Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of robertoblake.com helping you create something awesome today. So today we're going to talk more about YouTube sponsorship, and in this particular video we're going to talk about how to actually price your YouTube sponsor brand deals. There's really not a magical formula to this, and it's something I see a lot of people over in the FameBit YouTube community struggling with when they're pitching brands. And this is actually something I see a lot of people in the FameBit Facebook community struggling with when they're pitching brands. A lot of people are saying that they're pitching brands, they're giving out these prices, and they're not meeting success. And I want to talk about that and what the appropriate way to kind of think of brand sponsorship pricing for your content really looks like. Now, this will work whether you're pitching brands in FameBit or whether you're approaching them directly in terms of this advice. It's very actionable, and it's what I'm actually doing and has allowed me to be successful in making brand deals and getting sponsorships. I also want to take the opportunity to thank today's sponsor, which is actually famebit.com itself, for partnering with me on this particular video. So make sure you're checking that out, because if you are a YouTuber that has over 1,000 subscribers, there's a tremendous opportunity for you to pitch different types of brands and sponsors within the FameBit platform, and it's really easy. Now, getting back to pricing. What to charge for your video content. You put a lot of time and effort and work into it. Maybe you have stunning production values and you have a great subscriber base that's super engaged. What is that worth to a brand? Well, it depends. They have their own point of view on what that is worth as well. You have to tell your story in the pitch in a way that makes sense for them to really see what that value is. Some people choose to go kind of off of a CPM model and reverse engineer what a brand would pay for a certain amount of exposure with banner ad placements in Google. This isn't a terrible idea, but I'm not a fan of this because I don't really feel that, one, you can project accurately what the views on a particular video are going to really be, number one, and then two, I don't think that necessarily translates well enough. In my opinion, it has to be all about ROI. So if you have a brand who has a product that you're going to be doing a review or a pitch for that is like a $200 product, they're going to make back the return on investment on a $200 sponsorship video if they make even one sale of the product. If they're giving you the product, then that might mean that they need to make 2 sales in order to break even. So that means 3 potential sales are profitable for them. So that means that the engagement rate is probably a good indication of what a conversion rate or a click-through rate might be for people who actually are going to buy the product. Or if you have affiliate marketing data, you could look at what your actual conversions rates are, and they're usually going to be about maybe anywhere from 1 to 5%, just depending on how good your content is at converting people and what kind of products you usually review or are sponsoring or what kind of services you're reviewing, etc. That could be a really good indicator of what the likelihood is of converting. The other thing you have to look at is, for the type of video you're talking about, what are your average views? And I don't mean across your whole channel, but I mean for specific videos in this type of playlist or this type of category, or if you've reviewed similar products. So if you were getting maybe 1,000 views, then that would mean that a 3% conversion rate would represent 30 potential sales. If that's 30 potential sales of a $200 product, that's quite a lot of money. So what is that potential amount of revenue and sales worth to a brand? Are they willing to pay $500 for that potential if you've shown that you can deliver on it, that you've maybe done it a couple of times in the past successfully? That could be an opportunity, and that could be a good way to figure out the pricing. So you could go with an ROI model based on what are you likely to convert in terms of actual sales revenue for the brand, and then what's appropriate to charge for that potential, and what would it take for them to break even. So what's a reasonable amount there that they could be comfortable with? And you'd have to work that into your pitch in terms of how you state it to do it, one, effectively and also respectfully to the brand and their interest. So I'd say that's a way you could go. Another way you could go is you could just think a bit of, what do you want to make? What are you trying to do with your channel, and what kind of investment do you need from this sponsor? Look, if you're trying to upgrade your camera equipment and you need a Rode Video Mic Go, maybe you only are looking for $100, $120 from the brand so that you can go ahead and buy that new piece of equipment and then upgrade the quality of your channel going forward. Maybe that's the way you want to look at it, is what do you actually need to improve your channel, and what can you reasonably ask for from a brand to make it attractive for them. In FameBit, one of the interesting things is that you can filter by price in terms of the brands that you want to pitch. So if you have a price range that you're looking for your video content, you can certainly use the filter system to look at what brands are offering that amount of money for sponsored content. So that's definitely a great option and a great way to approach it. Another thing you could look at is flat rate pricing. You could decide that for a mention at only the beginning of the video that you charge X amount. For a mention at the beginning and the end of the video, you charge a different rate. Or for an actual review, maybe you charge a higher rate. For tutorials, you charge a very specific rate depending on the way you do your tutorials. This could be a really great option, and you could attach ranges to this. They don't all have to be flat rates. They could be ranges for the different types of videos that you could produce in terms of sponsored content. You could also really get granular with this and break down what is included in a video package from you. This is a great way to really qualify the pricing that you're giving brands. So I would say take these things into consideration. Again, there's no magical formula. Typically, brands, in my experience, will pay what they think a video is worth. So it's up to you to communicate the value of your videos. Do you think your videos and your time to produce and create them are worth $100 up front to the brand, or are they worth more? You could also negotiate different things to make it more appealing to the brands. If you're going to have ads that play before the video, that could be less attractive to the brand, and they might be more willing to pay a higher amount if you say that for the first 30 days, there'll be no other ads shown before or to the side or whatever. So you could disable those options in YouTube in terms of monetizing in any other way for the first 30 days, and then brands might be more willing to pay a higher dollar amount from that. So you can use that as a negotiation tactic as well. If you still have questions about pricing scenarios for YouTube brand deals and sponsorship, leave those in the comment section below. I'll try to answer as many of them as I can. Also, make sure you're checking out FameBit's YouTube channel. They have some great information out there for how to pitch yourself to brands, how to get sponsorship deals, and what the right way to approach YouTube sponsorship is, whether you're using their platform or pitching directly for yourself. Don't forget that if you have 1,000 subscribers in YouTube, you can join FameBit today and actually start getting YouTube sponsorship and brand deals right away. I have a link in the description below for you to check that out, so make sure you're doing that. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.